Hey guys, welcome back to the Vent, episode 2. We're gonna be talking about wrestling in this again. It's a lot going on in wrestling right now. Uh, President Trump said he's gonna call the essential businesses, uh, and one of those essential businesses, essential sports businesses, and one of those essential sports businesses is WWE. And non-WWE fans are talking shit and saying WWE is not an essential business because it's like a soap opera and it's fake fighting and listen, man, you don't if you just don't like WWE, you don't like WWE. I don't see why you have to get on your Twitter and talk shit, but because people have to be people, even if they can fucking die tomorrow, they just got to be pieces of shit and they can't stop themselves. So you saying WWE is not essential business? Who cares, bro? I don't watch soccer. I don't watch baseball. I don't watch. I don't know what else is going to be on that list, but I don't watch nothing but basically. I watch the Olympics sometimes, wrestling, football, and basketball. That's basically all I watch. And I'm not going shit on the other ones that got called and that I don't watch on my Twitter because I just have to be a dick and I have a small fan base that really cares about what I say. But I just got to be a dick to them. I just got to be a dick to the wrestling fans. Same wrestling fans to be a dick to the fucking wrestlers. So it just a loop. I guess we deserve it, right? Uh, so Jerry Lawler, I guess, said ramen noodle backflip about Tozawa. I think he had a match with Austin Theory, and people saying Jerry Lawler is a racist now. Uh, Listen, man. Uh, and I'm not trying to make this like. Well, I don't give a fuck what I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make this whatever I want to make this. Honestly, Jerry Lawler's not a racist. Okay, let's make that clear. He's not a racist. He would have fucked every single girl, black or white, in the '90s. Trust me. He doesn't give a fuck about your race. He's fucking what 70 years old. He's not racist to Asians at 70. He just turned racist yesterday. No, he just he didn't wake up on Sunday and say, you know what, I hate Asians now. So he's not. No, he's not racist, guys. I assure you, he's not racist. I know nobody believes me because we have to have outrage. We have to be mad at something. We can't just fucking chill. And like when you have to chill, you can't chill. When you need to chill, you can't chill. You, you guys just can't do that. Like that's something you can't do. Uh, Me and Christian, from Dynasty Cast and from the Christian Wide YouTube page, you see him sometimes featured on my channel. He, me and him, we really like WrestleMania. There's nothing really to say. I mean, we hate the things that everybody else hate. I mean, I don't hate Charlotte winning because I know she was going to win, and Charlotte being on the brand is actually a benefit to NXT. And she's going to have a good match with Io Shirai. I don't know. I know people going to think that she's just going to bury Io, and she's just never going to get back to the way she was. And oh God, how could they do this to Io? Like, you know, sometimes, just sometimes, and this is a crazy idea. Going against somebody that's better than you, okay, clearly better than you, can make you better. Oh man, you guys never heard that, huh? You guys never heard that. Somebody, yes, she's better than. Yes, Charlotte is better than Io Shirai. You fuck. I don't even want to hear it. You fuck. She's clearly better than Io Shirai. Okay, she's. Jr. said like maybe 3-4 years ago, Charlotte has the potential to be the best. On this podcast, he said Charlotte has the potential to be the best women's wrestler of all time, and I don't think he wavered on that idea. So Io, it's great, but yes, she's gonna lose to somebody that she deserves to lose to. Charlotte is the only person probably on that roster that's not getting cheered at all. Not this not this new shit where you cheer people you don't supposed to like. It's no. We hate you. We hate you. Like the definition of hate, not like hate. We hate you. That's what Charlotte's doing, and it's great. Just like Baron Corbin, he does it great too. People actually hate him. Not like hate, not like, oh man, I like what WWE's doing with him today, but I hated what they did to him yesterday. No, it's hate, okay? It's the same character that's full of shit and preppy and all this. I mean, I guess she's not preppy, but I guess she is because she's royal family, I guess. Anyway, what else? The Revival left WWE, so they're probably gonna be on Jericho podcast and talk shit, because they're so their style is like really out of date, honestly. And WWE tried to push them so many times, but nobody got behind them. And it's not bad booking. It's just nobody got behind them because people have gotten behind people with bad booking, legit bad booking, legit nobodies. Remember when Zack Ryder was fucking IC champion? It was a huge push for him to be champion. And now that the Revival, they're gonna have this resurgence, and they're just gonna be the best thing in wrestling. Listen, they are. I'm not even gonna bullshit you guys. They are one of the best tag teams in wrestling. There's no debating that. But just because you go to another company, don't make you a different person. You actually have less people behind you now. You guys couldn't get over. You guys got injured constantly when they tried to push you. And then you bitch constantly. Like, we're trying to help you, you fuck. Stop getting hurt. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Just don't get hurt. The Revival is a perfect tag team for Vince to push from the era that he likes. Like that's like the Revival is the golden age of wrestling to Vince. I'm assuming. Like, so he will love to push him. But if you don't make me money, why the fuck am I gonna keep you around? I'm probably losing more money employing you. Like, nobody's buying your shirts. Nobody's buying nothing from you, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Like, nobody gives a fuck about you, honestly. So to think that these guys, they're gonna have a good match against the Young Bucks and probably win the championship, and then probably go against Phoenix and Pentagon, and then I mean that's about it. They really only have like 3 or 4 good tag teams. Hangman and Kenny Omega are not a tag team. They're singles guys who got together. So, I mean, I wish them the best of luck, but I don't see these guys fucking making AEW a bunch of money. Just making them more money than they currently have, which is not a bunch. So, I don't even know if they're gonna be the best tag team on that roster, honestly. I don't know if they're better than the Young Bucks. I mean, probably promo-wise, probably wrestling-wise. Well, I guess they are better than the Young Bucks, aren't they? Okay. Well, I guess they are better. Next what I'm gonna talk about is Ryback talking shit about Vince McMahon. Listen, Vince McMahon has booked some bad shit. I'm not gonna bullshit you and say he hasn't booked some bad shit. I'm not gonna fucking say all the shit with Brock Lesnar winning Money in the Bank and winning the championship and having a bunch of championship spots is annoying. I'm not gonna say John Cena having a bunch of championship spots is not annoying, even though that roster was thin as fuck when John Cena was in his prime. It was really, really thin. And you know why it was thin? Because Ryback was the top guy. That's how you know it was thin. What else? It's just, I understand the hate for Vince, but I don't, like, he shouldn't get death threats. He shouldn't get fucking people wishing death on him and hoping he catch the coronavirus. I know I just said death twice, but catching the coronavirus and catching all this shit. Like, bro, at the end of the day, it's wrestling. It's stuff that we love. But Vince has done more for the business than right now anybody has ever done or ever will do. So he doesn't deserve that shit. He he make WWE's the only, and I might say this on the last podcast, on the last series of podcasts, whatever I'm gonna call this. WWE might not even have the most money, more money than AEW does or any other company, but it's the only company where you can become a legend forever for the next a million trillion years, however long humanity lasts. You will be an icon, a legend. You will last forever if you just make it through this process. If you just make it through this process and let this guy see something in you, you can you can become some bigger than you, something that's going to support your family forever. Like just let him see if he sees something in you, if he sees a little bit of something in you, just like the Undertaker or Stone Cold or Triple H or whoever you want to say. If he sees a little bit in something in you, just let him. He knows more. He probably knows more than anybody about wrestling, man. Like he put out WCW out of business. Look at the WCW roster. The WCW roster shits on maybe every single roster, maybe except the roster they currently have now. It might actually it shits on that roster too, because we don't know which one of these guys are gonna become legends or not. The WCW roster is the most talented roster of all time in wrestling, and he put them out of business because of their bad booking. And WWE doesn't have enough of that bad booking currently to be out of business. People hate it. People are hated honestly because people are told to hate it. No other way. People either say, "Oh man, wrestling's fake, so that's why I don't like it." Cool. Or people say, I don't like it because this person said I don't like it. So I don't like it now," which makes zero sense. Listen, I like AEW, kinda. I like WWE. I like New Japan. I like everything wrestling. I don't hate on a certain wrestling. Like I listen, the wrestling fans are worse than anything, and the wrestling fans are pieces of shit that don't deserve shit, honestly. And like Vince doesn't deserve death threats and all this shit, man. He did so much for wrestling and American sports in general, man. The Rock is the biggest fucking sports, the biggest action star in the world because of Vince. Nobody knew about The Rock until Vince had him. Stone Cold, Undertaker, Eddie Guerrero's probably the biggest Mexican star of all time, if not the biggest. I mean, the biggest wrestling Mexican star of all time, besides besides Rey Mysterio. Like, if this don't shit on this guy because you think it's cool to shit on him. Like, I don't care if you're a wrestler or not listening to this. Like, this don't like he has done so much for wrestling and sports in general. Like, he's giving you the XFL. Like, you might not like the XFL, but it's the it's for people who don't like watching NFL that much, or people who want to watch football when the NFL is off. So I mean, I understand. I mean, you guys gotta. I know I'm all over the place, but you guys gotta see that if you Vince is given the luxury of having bad booking because he had so much good booking. Like, that's a luxury to have let's say let's say 15 legit bad bookings in a year, and to make money, to make profit. It's great. It's really good. It's not a lot of people that has that luxury, except for New Japan and AEW right now. It's not a lot of people that have that luxury. And I don't know if AEW has that luxury to book 15 things right now that's legit bad that 90% of people hate and still make a good profit on it. I don't know if AEW, I don't know if New Japan has that ability. So I just don't think Vince should be getting shitted on and death threats and all this shit. The guy has done more good than bad, and people would forget that because we have such a short-term memory. He gave us the greatest era in wrestling, and that's period. The greatest war in wrestling, period. Like people forget that Vince. People forget that Vince had fucking ratings with 8.6, 5.8. Like he used to have 3.8, like big ratings in wrestling for wrestling, who's probably the lowest tier of sports entertainment if you want to count money wise. Just money. Not eyes, just money. Not eyes to the product, just money. So I think Vince is the only person that's keeping wrestling above water, honestly. Because anybody else, Eric Bischoff, Paul Heyman, I'm sorry, but I don't know what's gonna happen to New Japan. So ROH, he's the only person that made wrestling as relevant as it is now. That people can still go watch it and people still know, hey, Monday Night Raw is on Monday forever. A lot of people don't get that luxury. SmackDown has moved 1,000 times. TNA has moved 1,000 times. Uh, it's just a lot of people don't get that luxury, and Vince has made that thing a luxury to us. And I don't think we should shit on him. We should shit on him for bad ideas in the moment, not all the time. Like he's getting shitted on like for this essential business shit, like I talked about earlier. Like him and Linda, I don't know if they even married anymore, but who like you don't think WWE's essential? Who gives a shit what you think? You don't need to type shit on Twitter all the time. Like go fuck yourself. How about you go slap the dick out of your mom's mouth, huh? You fucking cunt. Fucking dumbass bitches, man. Always want to tweet something. Like, shut the fuck up, man. You guys are so fucking sensitive to everything, man. Wrestling, wrestling is for fun and realism. And sometimes the realism is why people hate it. But sports entertainment needs to be realistic because nobody thinks it's realistic anymore. So that's why I don't have a problem with Brock being like the top guy at certain points. He's probably the top money maker, and he's the most realistic guy they probably ever had in sports entertainment. Honestly, more realistic than Mike Tyson never had a legit match. I wouldn't say. And I mean Hulk Hogan, like he's the most legit guy probably ever in wrestling, and he's a good seller. He can't really talk, but he's a good seller. So I understand why he pushes Brock, and I understand why he pushes John Cena and people like that, and even Roman. Like guys, like you got to support the guys that pretty much do anything for you, and that support you, and that'll back you up in any situation, like Kurt Angle did. I think was it Kurt Angle? Yeah, it was. Yeah, like Kurt Angle and John Cena. I mean, people like that who are like loyal to Vince, no matter what. Unlike Jericho, who's talk shit about Vince for no reason at all. I mean, Chris Jericho's a piece of shit. I'm not even gonna like. He's a piece of shit. He's an unloyal piece of shit. He want to stay relevant at 40, bro. He gave shit, bro. He gave shit to the WWE for Brock winning the Money in the Bank, and then because he's so old. Because Brock is so old and they should put over young talent. All right, that was cool when he said that. But wasn't you AEW champion? And aren't you older than Brock? So and you have people on your podcast just to shit on the WWE, bro. You did not have time to cut a promo back in WCW. You had to walk and cut promos, bro. That's how short your matches was. That's how irrelevant you was. And the first thing Vince does with you is put you in a feud against The Rock. But you have the nerve to shit on him. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Huh? If Vince would have never even signed you, you wouldn't exist. You wouldn't fucking exist. Nobody would know who you was, okay? You wouldn't exist if Vince never gave you a shot. You wouldn't exist at all. Nobody would give a fuck about you because you was just a cruiserweight, and the cruiserweights was so weak back then in the 90s. Nobody gave a fuck about the cruiserweights. I hate to say it, but nobody gave a fuck about the cruiserweights. There's only a couple that people actually gave a fuck about. And you was a cruiserweight who got to go against The Rock, the biggest guy in the fucking world, probably at the time. He gave you that shot, and then 20 years later, you shit on him. You go to two different companies. You shit on them. You bring people who left the WWE to shit on them because you're a piece of shit. You're an unloyal piece of shit. You don't remember what I did for you back in the day. So right now, you shit on me. So it's cool. So I'm gonna shit on you. And then here now, you're gonna want to be in the Hall of Fame for WWE, and you're gonna apologize and bitch and moan that you're not in the WWE Hall of Fame. Well, sorry, tough shit. You had your opportunity to stay with the company when you had the feud with Kevin Owens. It was a fucking great feud, but you just had to leave because you're a piece of shit. Because you're a piece of shit that's unworthy, and it's like. You're just unworthy, and you just shit on people because you just have to shit on people, man. Because it's fun. Because it's fun to shit on Vince. It's just fun to shit on Vince. I don't understand. Like, Vince doesn't even defend himself. That's even make it more shitty. Not only I give you everything, I don't defend myself, and people make up fake news about me, and I never, because I'm so top tier and I'm a billionaire and I can't do certain things that regular people can do. I just have to live with people talking shit about me, calling me a racist, calling me a bigot, calling me a fucking sexist, whatever you want to say. I just have to live with it. I have to live with that thing every day that people just hate me because they hate me. Like, there's no legit reason. It's like people don't even know who books what, but somehow it's Vince's fault. Do you understand that? You guys understand that? That if, let's say the Usos book something let's say the Usos book something random, right? Like them dressing as the New Day, I don't know, and it's not funny at all, right? It's not funny at all, but it's their idea. Vince gets shitted on because he's the number one guy in the company, because he's the president of the company. I mean, he's the CEO. But hey, guys, this is their idea. I gave them a shot. I let them do what you guys say I don't do, and I get shitted on. Like, bro, I wasn't even there. I'm not even at work, and I'm getting shitted on Twitter. I'm number one on Twitter and getting shitted on. I don't understand. I legit don't understand. What else am I gonna talk about? I don't know, man. I'm just, like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just sick of the bullshit around wrestling. Like, the hate around wrestling came to a all-time high that you can't stop. Where you're just in a circle, where you can't make not one person happy. It's a circle, and you can't make nobody happy. And it's fucking sickening. How can you make somebody happy in wrestling? How can you make a wrestling fan happy? How can you make an ex-wrestler happy? It's nothing you can do. If you're not a big star in the biggest wrestling company in the world, man, it's no way in fuck. It's no way in fuck if you can cut promos, if you can wrestle, you can legitly wrestle and cut promos, and you still don't get over. It's no way in fuck that it's my 100% my fault. It's no way, bro. It's no way. If you can cut promos and you have a fucking Twitter, a YouTube, use it. Use it. It's not all me, man. I have other people on the payroll, man. And if you can't get that through your head, go fuck yourself, man. If you know you're that talented, prove you're that talented. Don't just bitch. Don't just wait until I'm away from the company to bitch and then bring up WWE a million times. What, bro? What is that doing? It's like throwing a fucking water ball, like throwing a water bottle at a tank. It like you're not hurting me, bro. Nobody has ever said, oh no, yeah, I don't like the WWE because Cody Rhodes says I shouldn't like the WWE. People are either on the fence already or just didn't like it in general. Or just stopped watching it and then saw a Cody Rhodes promo and said, you know what, this guy's right. Nobody just hated it. And if you did, you're a dick sucker, honestly. You're just a piece of shit and you're a dick sucker. And if you actually think AEW is better than WWE, you're a piece of like show me legit facts when they have did anything better than WWE, and I will show you 10 more when WWE had did something better than AEW. 50 more, 90 more, 100, 1,000. Show me one good thing in AEW, and I can show you 1,000 things that WWE had done better than them. 1,000, legit. You fucking cocksuckers.